Loss is not as wanting more. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what do we got going on tonight with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Seen a little bit of green again, right? Getting back up to $11,000. No big moves in the last 24 hours since we jumped back up here to the $11,000 area. Still, everybody's talking about DeFi, and that's great. You know, I love the fact that the space is continuing to grow. Me and Samantha, we're hanging out here and we're doing what we do. We continue to preach the good word of Bitcoin to everyone because we want to see a decentralized finance. We don't want to see this fiat cash that's continuing to hold everyone down in their 9-to-5s, right? We try to get out there. We try to pass out a little bit of information as often as possible. It hasn't been that great of a year for us to get out there and pass out the pamphlets like we usually do. But we're sitting here in the background. We're getting ready to gear up again for 2021. See if all this COVID stuff can pass over and we can get out there and pass out flyers again. Maybe at some EDM festivals, maybe at a couple other fairs we were looking at possibly getting to if the EDM festivals don't kick off. But we're still doing the YouTube channel. We're hanging out here. We got the email address listed down below. We know that there's going to be a big influx of people. We know that scams run rampant in this place because the transaction's different here in cryptocurrency. It's a push and not a pull, and criminals like to use that to their advantage. There isn't the safety net that comes with all the third-party systems because we're dealing with sound money, and sound money means you have to be responsible for it. Assuming that responsibility, it's hard for a lot of people, especially since they've never had this responsibility in their entire life. As we see Bitcoin at $11,000, if you want the price of Bitcoin to go up, we just have to get awareness and adoption out there. I see news all over the place today that just continues to speak to why the price of Bitcoin should be going up, why we're going to see more of the masses joining us here sooner rather than later. And you know who's here with me, as I've already spoke of, my lovely co-host, Sammy.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
So what do you think, Samantha? Been hanging out. You've been watching the videos with me today.
Yes.
You know, you hold Bitcoin just as well as I do.
Yes.
So what are you thinking? I mean, right, it's always hard to get out here and start off the conversation. That's why I love it when you guys jump in the chat here. I do have some news that I wrote down in order to spark some insight into conversation of what everyone else is talking about.
We do have people. There are people
we
here.
Have people.
Yes. Paul Rouleau is here. Our Rafterman is here.
Paul Rouleau, our Rafterman.
Wow,
nice.
nice.
I'm glad that you guys get out here and join us. I super appreciate it. It means a lot. Like I said over there in the chat, hitting the thumbs up, sharing this video out, it just gets more people in the chat. Right, you guys make up the show. I just happen to be the guy sitting in the picture, and Samantha's the one reading the chat. I know you guys keep the dialogue going in the chat, though. It's a nice place to be able to get together and just start talking about whatever's going on in the cryptocurrency space because no one's trying to sell anybody anything here. There's no classes on a website. You don't need to click this or click that. There's no affiliate codes. And I don't take $1 from anybody for paid advertisement.
No,
right,
although
Samantha?
you did get one.
Oh, I know.
And
they still send them.
No, but that makes me feel a little bullish as well because, yes, like, oh, my God.
Right, when they're
so
offering
many.
Eugene money to talk about whatever coin market, DeFi project they got going.
You're a valued creator. It's like, okay. I know. It gets you that nice little feisty feeling. Okay, so Satoshi James is also here.
Satoshi James.
He's trying to get rich with the dollar of wearing everybody that's wearing a mask. I understand. That's it. That would be a lot of money right now. Are we going internationally or are we just going in the United States? Because either way, you're making bank. But, dollar a person. Huh.
I don't know that there is a lot of places where they have the mask, mandatory mask.
Yeah, like the fines and all of those things. Yeah.
I don't know. I like the name stuck with me. Dan Forrest, Lieutenant Dan Forrest.
It sounds like Forrest Gump
Yeah,
horribleness.
because it's Lieutenant Dan,
Yeah.
and then it's Forrest Gump. It's all stuck together. But what, he's running for governor. He wants to get rid of the mask mandation, talking about that teachers and students shouldn't have to wear masks. You guys all know my stance on that is that if they have a vaccine or whatever, it becomes personal responsibility at that point. So just freaking create one or have whatever you're going to call one. I'm not getting anything like that, but it's enough to take it off the table, right?
I mean, yeah, no one, just like, yes, now we're seeing like no mask protests or whatever, like not wearing masks protesting, like, take off your mask. That's a little, whew, I like it. I like it. I like it when people don't make any sense at all. Paul Rizzo says that he claimed his 400 Uniswap and got about 1,400.
That's what everyone's talking about today. It is on my list. I guess I'll jump down here to that one since we're kicking off with it.
Go to the middle.
But yeah, everyone, if you've had anything to do with the Uniswap program, DeFi situation over there, I didn't. So I don't have 400 Uni tokens. I mean, saying $1,200, $1,400, $1,000 based on the price.
I mean, I remember when we got airdrops, those things were nice. It was all like, wait, what?
Right. I mean, the question is what to do with it now, right? Do you hold on to it? Do you cash it out? I mean, you're talking 0.1 Bitcoin now. So, I mean, that's a lot of Satoshis. That's enough to change a lot of things if you were really looking long term, especially when you see, the Fed talking about interest rates staying at 0 till 2023. And inflation being above 2% for some time. 0.1 Bitcoin will get you a ways, but I mean, DeFi is blowing up. I mean, right? $1,000 invested in the Uniswap right now that didn't even actually come out of your pocket.
Yes, I see the
4 years from now.
Yes.
I mean, you could be talking that there's magnitudes more to be gained, especially if we don't see the kickoff with the bull run this year, which a lot of people are starting to question as we're having trouble getting above 11,000 right now. And it seemed like 2017 didn't have problems breaking barrier. It was barrier after barrier after barrier.
This is like the antidepressant year or something. Like, it just, I don't know. It's like everybody wants to feel joy, but it's all like, no. It sucked too much, I guess. I don't even know. Just learned Bitcoin. Daniel,
nice. Thanks for joining us, buddy. I hope you're feeling good. I'm glad to see you're at least able to make it to the chat.
We love when you guys come up. Yes, yay.
Signs of life, right?
The chat is amazing. That is literally the only reason why I'm here. Truth Monster. He said he got a number at a store today. It is so mysterious. I hope she's not a disaster under the mask. Oh, I know. This is now. This is what I'm saying.
I brought this one up a few times.
You have brought it up many times. How do you know if somebody's giving you the eye, the smile, the winky
smile
winks,
is always how I can tell when, like, if a girl or someone likes you, they, there's this smile.
The smile.
Smile. And it's like without the smile, you could just be the creepy guy. Like the come hither eyes, they got all the makeup on you. They all look like come hither eyes.
That is true.
It might not be for you. It might just be their daily plan.
Oh, I mean, under construction. I mean, I would take this time. I really would, especially if we had 20, hindsight. This would be the time to get the plastic surgeries that would make you look like crap, that you wouldn't want to go out in public. All of the horrible dentalness where you're in between teeth or, have to get caps or crowns. This is the time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when we were in the complete lockdown part, if you would have taken everyone's advice and done self-improvement and really had started it, you would be doing really good with almost any improvement you were trying to make on yourself by this point. But that's how everything is. It's hard to get people to realize that changing small daily habits can create long-lasting effects over a lengthy period of time.
Yeah, and yes, and also nobody wants to
change their daily habits
or to think, I guess it is something, because just like if we knew how long the lockdown and how long all of this crap would have been, a lot of us would have done a lot of stuff different. I mean, you could have learned a whole nother foreign language or taught yourself crazy math, stuff. But I mean, everybody was saying it wouldn't be that long. Nobody really wants to think that you're going to not be able to go outside, and even though you're a 50-year-old man or something, you have a curfew of 9 o'clock because your state says you do. So hindsight is always it's a bitch. Ah, Zaza is here. Paul Rouleau says he converted it and sent it to his wallet. There you go, Paul.
Paul Rouleau, I knew that you were that kind of guy. I'm that kind of guy too. That's about where I would be. But at the same time, I'm also the kind of guy that's not getting 400 tokens because I didn't mess around with it in the first place. Some of you guys are much more adventurous, and that's good. There needs to be curiosity. You guys need to have that opportunity out there of, finding out what the next big thing is. I don't know. I guess just I find myself busy. That's why we also cut back on the show and, cut back on a lot of different things because, we are trying to get the business up and off the ground. Here in October, it'll be a full year that we've been doing this, together.
The bus. I mean,
the bus is starting to come along nicely. I'm starting to look at furniture, some futons or what type of futon I'm looking for that'll look nice because I don't want it to be wide open on the bottom. I want it to look more like a couch or have some kind of drawers
have
or something.
a pretty, look, not like horrible office like futon.
There was some nice black leather ones I was looking at last night, but it had the big buttons where it had the indentation.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know what furniture terms are called. I'm not good at any of this. It had the cup
holder like middle, like it was very much more like a car, but it was not a car. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're also, apparently Eugene is now pondering if it's going to be flooring or carpeting.
I don't know. I just figure at a music festival, I'm going to want to lay on the floor at some point.
Or someone else might need to lay on the floor at some point, right?
I mean, that click-together flooring is nice and easy, and it's durable, but there's something about some really thick shag carpet.
It's just going to be some horrible hippie bars.
It'll be the Bitcoin bus. What can I say?
Oh, although we did see, it was super awesome. It was technically under shag carpeting, which I don't even understand why, because it looked like bear fur.
Oh, yeah, the bear fur.
Yeah. So, I mean, that could be some pimp. Oh, yeah.
I said that maybe we should do the ceiling or the wall. One wall.
Something.
So, what do we got going on in the chat? I mean, we got Kraken. They're going to be the first U.S. bank. We've seen that today.
Yes. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, everyone keeps talking about that it's big news. It's big news. Yes, it will be, I guess, when they go worldwide. I mean, the ideal of them saying this is a positive, right? But you hear a lot of things in the cryptocurrency space, and it is always one of those, I'll see it when I believe it. And them opening up in
I'll believe it when I see it.
Them opening in Wyoming. We know that they're a crypto-friendly state. We know that they've been bending over backwards to make their tech sandbox or whatever so that cryptocurrencies can, fruition there. So them becoming a bank there, kudos, great. Let's see them go worldwide like they're talking about their next step. It's kind of like Ethereum and Ethereum 2.0. Ethereum's great, don't get me wrong, but they really need 2.0 with the gas fees the way they are, and if DeFi is going to continue to accelerate at the rate that it is,
they need something to
something needs to happen sooner rather than later with that one as well. So step one is cool. I get step one, cryptocurrency bank, 100% backed by reserves, being able to cash out fiat and turn it into or crypto and turn it into fiat and have it in your bank without having a problem. Right, because that's been kind of the problem is these large deposits coming and going to cryptocurrency exchanges.
Yes, that's also how everybody starts freaking out and whatever, and all of the other things that happen when large amounts start moving around.
I don't know. It's going to be a situation of there's not going to be a branch. You're not going to go down to the corner and have a local ATM and a teller and all of that. So you cut out a lot of people when you have to have full online banking.
Yes.
Right.
And there's no customer service. Like,
so
there's no way.
It's not going to be anyone's primary account. It's going to be like you're more of a backup account that you keep cash in, that you use to go to and from your cryptocurrency account. So I get it, but you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just a bank account. Well, I mean, they kind of already give you a bank account when you cash out into.
I mean, It's a step in the right direction, I guess. I have nothing against
I
Kraken.
mean, you'll probably get a debit card to go along with it. So when it's in your actual bank account and not your trading account on the platform, you'll be able to,
right. It'd be kind
debit
of a
your
shift,
cash
like,
out.
yes, okay, maybe that would
I mean,
be at least
you'll have perks like that. Some maybe an app for some online banking. You'll be able to look at your stuff, bill pay, transfer some money around.
Yeah, be able to control stop losses and all your stuff a little bit better or something. I mean, I don't even know.
Well, we're talking about two different parts of what their system would be. It'd be like a trade, like how they have Coinbase and Coinbase Pro.
Yes, it would
Think
be
of Coinbase as like your banking, and Coinbase Pro is your trading platform.
My bank is cracking. Yeah, that's well.
I might have to get one just for the novelty of it.
I do like the name. And like if they do issue cards, is it gonna have the little squid guy thing? Like the Kraken? Because what? That would be cool. Paul Rulo says he's only 300 in a couple of speculative projects. So he's in profit no matter what they do.
Yeah, I mean, free $1,200 right now can make a big difference in a few people's lives. When we talk about numbers and statistics, that's 2 weeks paid for most people. Most people do live week to week. So when you look at something like that, it could definitely be, if you were just getting into the cryptocurrency space and you had went and checked out the DeFi and now you're getting a free $1,200, you could definitely use that as a good setup to start trying to manipulate the cryptocurrency market to turn you out some profit. I mean, I definitely started off with less than $1,200 when I first got into the cryptocurrency space. It's just that.
Oh yeah.
The booms were a lot more prevalent at the time in 2017 than they are now. But I mean, people are talking about what the Bitcoin market cap has been shrinking because the DeFi projects have been growing so much. So it could just be that I'm on the outside too much and not in any DeFi projects, so I'm not really paying enough attention to realize that they're all doubling.
Right? You're not in the title pool at the moment. Like, Zaza's here.
Zaza, nice.
He's like in the middle of the chat. Somehow I missed. I'm sorry, Zaza.
So what do we got going on in the chat? Anything at all?
Nope.
No, everybody just hanging out. Well, what else do we got here? We got MicroStrategies once again, right? I don't know. Them adding more Bitcoin to their reserve. It's a situation of being, we talk about not being over invested, right? It's a lot of Bitcoin. It's a lot of cryptocurrency. I mean, you're really taking a wager that the price of Bitcoin moves, at least in an upwards trajectory slowly. And, we all have our fingers crossed it's going to. But we're not supposed to go stick everything we have into it, right? This is still a hope. There's only 2.5% of the entire population. So when they're continuing to do this over and over again, is there some sort of market manipulation because we've seen that their stocks are up because of it again?
Marculation. Can that be a word?
Marculation. I don't know. What Omar said that he thought that the FCC may be getting involved with it here soon. I don't know. We'll see what ends up coming out of it. It's always going to be one of those wait and see stories. They've definitely joined the whale pool now.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely enough to actually be like, oh, well, now you are in the game, aren't you? MSPD. Mike.
Mike. Nice. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Oh, Daniel says that he had a lot of body pain today. That sucks.
I'm sorry that you're still not fully recovered. I know that it takes a while.
It takes for freaking ever. Tuberculosis is like one of those forever evers. Months.
I hope it goes faster than it should, right?
Yes.
That's the best you can hope for.
Yes. Echinacea is amazing. You should try some just in case. In case you have it. Like,
in case you haven't.
It is awesome. Okay.
Well, that was about the 4 news topics I had for us, Samantha. We went through MicroStrategies, Kraken, the 400 free Uniswap tokens, and the Fed interest rates being at 0 till 2023.
2023.
Yeah, I mean, the dollar bill is definitely heading in a direction of being worth less. And it's like everybody is becoming aware of this. And a lot of people like in the cryptocurrency space are saying, oh, it's going to drive them towards Bitcoin. Oh, it's going to, Bitcoin is going to go up because eventually they're going to have to come over this way. They don't have to.
No, yes, they don't.
The ideal of, making the assumption that they're going to, where I think our biggest downfall is going to be, like, we all have to do something. We have to tell people. We have to make this seem like the beacon of hope, financial light that it is, because otherwise they're just going to keep going.
Paul Rouleau just gave us $100 super chat.
Paul Rouleau, my man.
Sharing the wealth.
Well, I appreciate it, my man. We definitely, everything that comes around here, you guys already know that we put it back into good use of trying to get back out there.
How much shag carpet can we buy with 100? I don't remember. Didn't you say it was like 70 something cents a square foot for the bear shag?
Not a lot of carpet.
Oh, damn it. Come on now. Okay, well, let's go into the shag carpet fund. All right.
We appreciate it, Paul Rouleau. It means a lot.
Oh, you are.
I mean, everything that we get around here, we just put it back into the channel. We try to get out there as often as we can. We know that this year is sucking out.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I seen that they were taking deposits for Nocturnal Wonderland. It's in California, but they're taking deposits on it.
But it is for next year.
Yeah, it is for next year. So I haven't heard anything closer. You know what I mean? Like, no one else is people are still fighting about getting their refunds from the tickets this year, because a lot of them went and said that it wasn't on them, that the shows were canceled. So they're not giving refunds, or they're giving refunds, but keeping or 20 or 30% of it.
Yes. Which, I mean, yeah, okay, so yeah, a lot of people that had, I mean, it wasn't just EDM stuff. I mean, all of the festivals, all the concerts, all of the stuff. I mean, they were really pretty dickish to everybody when it.
Yeah, I know the Ultra was super, like, nobody got a cent back from that, because the governor was the one that closed it down, or the mayor closed it down, and they're $1,000 a ticket minimum for just the regular entry.
Yeah, just I'm like in the horrible line for the porta potty, and I
mean, there's almost 100,000 people that show up, 200,000 people. It's a huge festival. So I don't know. I know that the one that we want to go to again in Wakan, I know that they sent out stuff saying that they were shooting for 2021 to keep the same exact dates, but they're not taking money. It's easy to post stuff on social media.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. This is just like they made one little banner, posted, it said, November of it's blanket. Yeah, so
I don't know. I know that it's a mixed up situation, because we seen, what was that biker rally that went off, and like that people are still talking about how upset they were.
Oh, wait, the one in Daytona?
No, the one that was somewhere else in the country,
and
crap. Smash Mouth played,
you're right,
and now they're trying to blame 1,000 COVID deaths on it.
I am completely blanking, but yes, it was huge, and yes, they it was a Florida moment, but it wasn't in Florida. Yes, 100,000 people's not wearing anything, nothing.
So, I know it's hard to figure out what's your next move to go pass out flyers when
you don't even know yet.
Well, we still got the channel.
We do.
YouTube hasn't been messing with us lately. That's been nice. We haven't getting any strikes, no copyright infringes, right?
I got wood. I knocked that. Truth Monster says use it towards the kegger and the party bus. Mike says Burning Man gave us all our money back. That's good.
Nice.
See, what? Not everybody has to be a dick. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think Electric Daisy Carnival here in Florida, they kept 20%.
I mean, I guess I would take that's your reshelving fee, right? For the imaginary. It says, that we kept him in this market when times were tough, and I was thinking of bailing. Thank you.
Well, don't bail, man. I mean, it is tough. It is tough. It's easier to give up, right? And that's always, what the thing is that changing small habits every single day, or a Bitcoin every single day since all of this had started with your Cash App.
It is easier to to get talked out of doing something than get talked into doing something.
Because it's harder to see what the little event's going to do. What is the small going to be in the future? But I just erode, like, in my mind, like the way that I always make myself believe the stuff is erosion. Like, I always think of erosion, and it's like you see, the Grand Canyon is the one that everyone used, but there's lots of examples of erosion where you see that water and wind can really just tears stuff apart, and you don't see it on a daily basis. It's the fact that it's a little.
Oh,
You're bobbing your head over there. What's up?
well, apparently it was Sturgis was the biking thing. And then Mike, Zaza, and Truth Monster all say that we're kind of choppy, which really sucks because I have
we
the
have the
ether,
wire.
and I mean YouTube is not telling me that our connection is shit because it usually likes to tell me that it needs to refresh or. So now I have no idea, but yeah, and they're not, they're nowhere near each other, so I'm sure it's us. Crap, man. Sorry, guys.
Sorry about that. It is what it is. We all have
We
to
had to-
pay the price for certain things.
And ours
right?
is no internet in the woods.
Yeah.
Sadly, it's a little bit of your guys' price too now. We had to wait until it stopped raining. I mean, but yeah, we have crappy internet.
We got our fingers
so.
crossed for no rain tomorrow. Hopefully all this hurricane stuff will be all blown out. I know that we're not in the spot that's getting it, but it's been dragging quite a bit of moisture and rain across us to get it to them. So being in North Florida, we're still getting hit with tons of rain, and we have been for days.
Well, and it's actually, I mean, it's usually not windy in Florida. Not really. And yesterday and today were both windy. So
I know there's
weird.
all kinds of crazy mushrooms growing all over the property here. Like, I mean, I have never seen such variety of crazy mushrooms growing everywhere.
The ones on the side
big,
yard,
little,
they're
blue,
like huge.
red, green.
Like huge. Crazy. All right.
All right. Well, that'll probably do it for this episode. Is there anything else going on over there, Samantha?
Nope.
Anything you want to talk about? Any confessions you'd like to make about the Bitcoin space?
Confessions.
About how you really...
How I really feel?
How you really feel.
I really love Bitcoin. I mean, I don't know. I really hope I live long enough, to see some real changes.
There we go. I like that. I hope I live long enough to see Bitcoin to make some effective changes.
I mean, I don't know if it's going to be touching phones by the time, but real moves.
Well, we've opted out of the system, right? That's the first step. And now we've taken the second step. We've been out here for a while trying to tell people about what Bitcoin is. I don't know what more we can really do. All right, you guys. Take care of each other. Have a great evening. Don't stare at the charts too long. And remember to keep that BTC safe. Later, guys.
Bye, guys.